It is 2024, and we are back with Tags Live, aka Talk About Gay Sex, the live edition, where we are here every Wednesday night. Of course, we've been off on holiday and break for the holiday season. This is episode 529. I am your host, Steve V, alongside, welcome back, Kodi Maurice Doggette. How the hell you doing, Kodi?
Hello, darling. I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad I got to pee.
Yes. How are you? Happy 2024.
Happy 2024. Happy New Year. I'm doing great. How are you? It's so good to see you.
I am really good. I am just, when you're off for a minute, there are some technical difficulties and you're always figuring out new stuff. And we're a little rickety here, but we're figuring everything out. I
We
am
sure
really
are.
good. We are wishing everybody a happy, prosperous, healthy 2024 in this brand new year. And we just had a wonderful couple weeks or week and a half off, and it was lovely. I celebrated New Year's Eve in San Pancho, Mexico, where I went to a wedding that was lovely on the beach. It was really nice. Then I spent it in Sayulita, which is in the state of Nayarit. And now I'm back in Puerto Vallarta, where I often spend the other half of my time recently, and I will continue that in 2024.
Yes.
Really good stuff. Last night I saw Tina Burner. For all of you RuPaul Drag Race fans, at the Palace here in Puerto Vallarta, and she was fabulous. I highly recommend Tina Burner, and also talk to Mama Tits, who's going to be on our show
Ooh.
probably next week, if not the following. So we've got some really great guests coming up in 2024. And Kodi, how are you feeling in 2024?
Well, I am a little under the weather. Right after I got back from Kansas, the very first day, I caught the flu. Well, I came down with the flu,
Is your mic
and
up enough? I
yeah,
feel like it's not.
okay. I'll raise her up then. Like we said, we're having some technical
We
difficulties.
are.
Is this a little bit better?
I think it is, yes.
Okay.
And audience, you let us know too, watching us live. I'll put in the chat section how we are doing. Yes.
Fabulous.
Clear as a
Bryce says
bell.
clear as a bell. Yeah.
Good.
Well, yeah, so I came down with the flu as soon as I got back from Kansas. I slept for 20 hours and I didn't have an appetite for about 48 hours, and it was kind of hellish, but I'm feeling much better now. I'm happy to be here with you. I spent New Year's on the couch here watching CNN, and it was lovely. It was a lovely time, and I had a little bit of champagne, but just enough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It was
Nice.
cute. It was cute.
Nice.
And I work some, so there it is. That's what my 2024 is going to be. Work and a little bit of champagne, and I'm here for it.
Well, we're going to be inflecting 2024 into this entire episode. We've got a ton of hot topics coming your way through this next hour, but we want you to tell us how you rung in 2024. Let us know if you have some New Year's resolutions. If you're even into New Year's resolutions, we want to hear from you in this next hour. But let's just get into it, because one of the things that was talked about during the New Year's holiday, New Year's Eve, I'm talking about, where ABC and CNN aired a gay kiss on New Year's Eve. And it wasn't just any kiss. Apparently, it was a wet kiss between these two guys. Well, conservatives can't take even the sight of queer love and joy as we ring in the new year, and homophobia is apparently alive in 2024. Well, two networks, CNN and ABC, really featured an interracial gay kiss. Ooh,
Ooh,
interracial, so
scandalous.
scandalous. And it it lasted about 10 seconds. Most people were, as you can imagine, positive about the kiss, but as you can imagine, many of the right wing were not, saying it was disgusting. ABC News had to cut straight to the interracial gay couple with the sloppy kiss at midnight, said Jonathan Bowen. And that was kind of the consensus on the right. Of course, it's, I don't know. I mean, I give ABC and CNN a lot of credit for featuring. You would have never saw that 10 years ago,
Yeah.
Cody, at all. And I have been known, a couple years ago, I broke my ankle and did not, had these plans to go to Palm Springs and found myself sitting on my couch in New York City watching CNN and the ABC, and
That was
I
me.
did not see a straight couple. Yeah, right. And I was all about that as I was, harnessing myself around my apartment for 3 months and did not see that. So I would have enjoyed seeing a interracial gay couple kissing, even if it was sloppy. That's how we kiss. That means that you're really into the person if it's a sloppy kiss versus a peck on the lips or any of that. So what did you think of this and this hoopla that people are making a hoopla about?
Look, bigots are gonna bigot. I watched the stream. We discussed, and as it was happening, all I could think was, "This is such a lovely, beautiful moment." And these two people are really in love. I don't know if they're in love. I'm making this up in my mind, of
They
course.
were in love that night.
I mean, they were in love for that 3 seconds, and it was amazing. It was so beautiful, and I didn't think it was salacious. I didn't think it was against nature, quote unquote. I've worked really hard to fight against the indoctrination of people that say that gay is against nature and all of those things. So I really thought it was such a beautiful, lovely, warm kiss. I didn't think anything of it. Come to find out, there are people that actually complained about it. So
Yeah.
I don't understand why these people are taking the time out of their day to come out and complain about somebody else's life, and why they have such an opinion on a kiss that, if it were a straight kiss, which we have been seeing since the inception of TV, however many years ago, nobody said anything. I've not complained about that. I don't want to see that, like Valerie Cheris says. So I've never complained. I'm going to write a strong worded letter next time I see a straight couple kiss on TV. Okay.
Okay. Yes, we've seen it for years. Eli watching us says, I'm sure they were just jealous. Nobody wanted to kiss them at midnight. And Bryce says, that's a damn good kiss. Absolutely. Bryce says, people are complaining about gay themes in The Color Purple, the musical, which I still need to see.
I saw it. It
And
is
Omen
good,
Domingo,
girl.
what quick review, Cody.
Oh, The Color Purple is amazing. So The Color Purple, the original movie, 1985, Steven Spielberg directed movie with Whoopi Goldberg, is my favorite movie of all time. So I don't think that anything can compare to that. I've seen the Broadway musical, and I think that that is amazing. But this is a nice bridge between the two. And
Great music, right?
great, fantastic music. Fantasia sings her face off. Chloe Bailey sings her face. No, Haley Bailey, excuse me, sings her face off. The entire cast is fantastic. And Danielle Brooks, I believe her
Oh,
name is.
from
Her
what's
Orange
the
is the
show?
New Black. Yes.
Yes, I love her anyway.
She as Sophia, chef's kiss.
Come
She
on.
was stellar. I wept. I was crying in the theater. We can go see it together. I'm ready.
Yes, if I don't see it here in Puerto Vallarta, I will go see it with you for
Cool.
sure. And absolutely. Okay, we got to keep these hot topics going because it's an hour of 2024 hot topics. We have so much to catch up on because we've been away. And first off, we had to talk a little bit about the gays and allies are making hilarious New Year's resolutions on Twitter and on social media. And we thought we would read some of the funny things that people were or not so funny that people were going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. So Elvis MC says, "This my last year going to gay bars and clubs.
Girl,
2024 resolution." Wow, that's pretty harsh.
let's see how that
Thomas
turns out.
Thomas underscore Vit says, "I've been thinking about my physical New Year's resolution. 2024 will focus on my obliques." Oh, that's very specific. And if you look at him, he's got some really nice abs. Spencer Johnson or at Death by Must Lid. Here's my New Year's resolution, and it's to eat cheese. Okay. So we got all kinds of things. My New Year's resolutions, according to Popstar Bitch, is to get a sugar daddy. I like that one.
Ooh,
Danny, my
I'm
big
writing that one
fat
down.
yeah, my big fat Bobby's resolution for the New Year is to be single because these gays are killing me. And on with the New Year's resolution. So I got to ask you, Cody, we ask this every year, but do you have any New Year's resolutions that you are looking for in 2024?
Well, I spent a year on the couch, New Year's, and I was with someone. I was with Joe, and he asked me what my New Year's resolution was for the year, the coming year, and I said, I don't really have one. I think that my resolution for the year is to accomplish my goals, and I feel like my goals are too wide and varied for me to narrow it down to just one resolution. So I got a list. I got a whole list of things that I want to accomplish in 2024. How about you? What is your New Year's resolution?
Well, first off, I like that, and it's similar to what you're saying in that I don't think had any resolutions. I had a lovely celebration of 2023 into 2024, and I think I planted a lot of seeds in 2023
We did.
that are a good DJ segueing into 2024. Yeah. And, we'll talk about them throughout the episode, throughout the coming weeks. But many of them, if you listen to the show, you'll know what some of them are. But honestly, I planted so many seeds in 2023 that a lot of it is just parlaying it into the new year. And I am just really happy. One of the things we talk about often on this show is our health, our gay health. And I typically always do a physical at the end of the year in at the end in December.
Hmm.
And I did get a really good bill of health at the end of 2023. And that, of course, is everything for so many of us. Our health is so important to us. But beyond that, like I said, planted the seeds all in 2023 that you'll hear some of them throughout the episode and beyond. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really more of that. Jen, friend to the show, who joined us in Puerto Vallarta, just said, "I have a few New Year's resolutions, but my main one is to book photo shoots at least 2, 3 times a month." And we are the product of recent photo shoots with Jen. And I had a great one, and I hope to continue to work with Jen. You had a great one that
Great
was I saw a lot of those photos, and they're really amazing, beautiful. I'm sure you're going to start to release some of these, I
one. Hmm.
hope, so
Oh
that
yeah.
our listening audience can see some of them because they're really amazing from a photography standpoint and from a model standpoint. And oftentimes those don't really blend that well. This is a true marriage. So check those out from Jen and Cody, as well as some of mine.
Oh,
Eli
yours are gorgeous too.
Eli says, my resolution is to work on my health, both physical and mental. And, in our meeting, just to be really true and honest, we had a topic that we sort of nixed, but we'll probably talk about it next week. And it was about Mr. World. Gay America. What? Who is he? Mr.
Miss
Gay
you
World.
Mr. Gay World, exactly.
And he has a mission to focus on everyone's mental health. And we nixed it for this show, but we will talk about that. So thank you, Eli, for talking about that. And we will be talking about a lot of that in the coming new year. We've got a lot of special guests coming your way in 2024, but we'll be checking in with our mental health as it relates to our sexual health and our sexual satisfaction, words I love to say. And
Mm.
so, yes, super excited about all this. Well, let's keep going on some of these hot topics. And, there was a special, Dave Chappelle, and we talked about his first special last year. Well, he has a brand new one that when did it drop, Cody?
I think
Recently?
today, I think
Okay.
as of January 3rd, it just came out.
So, as you know, Dave Chappelle, comedy genius for many, has really been controversial in recent episodes of his specials. And, the last special that we were talking about had to do a lot with the trans community. And his current one, he really picked a bone or actually talked about Lil Nas X. And he was talking about, can you summarize what he was talking about? I could do it if you don't want to, but where the controversy came along and how Lil Nas X like nipped it in the bud.
So, from what I understand, he was speaking on Little Nas X and how in Call Me by Your Name, he was dating Satan and all of these things of that nature. And he was on a stripper pole and just talking about a lot of nonsense. But I didn't even really understand where the
Well,
jokes
I
were,
can I
were
stop you
in this
really
whole
quickly?
diatribe. Go ahead.
One of the things he was saying is for many young black men out there that what's the goal? What's the aspiration to achieve? Almost like your 2024 goal. And for many, he was saying, what if like younger black men's goal was to be a super famous gay singer like Lil Nas X? And what if your wish was to also have a single and a video called, what's the song called? Not Montero,
Call
but
me by your
Call Me
name.
by Your
I think it
Name.
was called Montero. Call me by your name.
Yeah, right. And what if in the video, your goal was to then, in the video, be lowered down on a stripper pole only to kiss the devil? And that was your goal. And that's all. And he's like, and the dream came true. And it was like, and he's laughing at his own joke in the clip. And it's like, first of all, don't laugh at your own joke because it's not that funny. And I think the best part of the whole thing, to me, I'm not watching this new I'm done with Dave Chappelle. I just think we're low hanging fruit for him. And while I watched the first special of last year and I enjoyed it, and I
Mhm.
didn't see a lot of the controversy that a lot of people did towards the trans community because I saw a little innuendo in there, I think he keeps using us as his scapegoat, his comedy fervor, and I am done with him. I'm over it. And I think like pick some new material, Dave
Mhm.
Chappelle. You're supposed to be this comedy genius. Quit picking on us, the ones that are ostracized and always used to the scapegoat. Stop going after us. And it's like Little Nas X clapped back and said, will you guys stop talking about this? I divorced the devil 3 years ago. I don't know why you guys are still talking about this. And it was a brilliant comeback and a
Right?
clapback by Little Nas X. And it's like, apparently they met and Dave Chappelle actually likes Little Nas X, but he's not so much that he doesn't use him in his material now. And I just think I'm done with Dave Chappelle. I think he needs to move on. Until he does, from our community, I'm done with him.
I hear that. I totally agree with you. I think that Dave Chappelle, he's like a dog with a bone when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community. It's like, what is he even? Why is he even commenting on us? I know that he has no stake in the community, as far as I know, and I feel like it's just something for him to hate on us and connect to all of these people. Like Bryce even said in the comments, he knows homophobia sells in the Black community. So I don't understand where this is coming from, but I do know that
You
he
do
is.
understand, though. You do understand, right?
I mean, I
Because
understand.
it because
It's go ahead.
he's kind of Trump-ish, and he knows what the people in his community and his fans want to hear. They want to hear us making fun of LGBT. Deep down, I know you know. I know you
So
know.
I hear that, but I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this. So I understand that, and I understand that he is doing what he's trying to make himself relevant by talking about this and having these talking points that he's connecting with these people. But I want to say, like, a part of me is still is reserving the benefit of the doubt for Dave Chappelle as far as this is concerned. But
You keep holding out for him, but
I mean, I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. He's got to be strong. He's got to be fast.
and I'm done. I'm done. I'm totally
But
done
I
because
hear
I just
that.
think there's so many other comedians that we could support, LGBTQ plus comedians, and
Yeah.
while I have liked him in the past, I'm done. Like in this dropping in 2024 is just a reiteration of using our community, and the show might have so many more amazing moments, but this is what we were going to do another topic with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen
Hmm.
that I decided to drop from
Yeah.
this episode because I thought, no, it's like low hanging fruit is
The lowest
done
common
and it's
denominator.
misconstrued, and I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to be the 900th episode of people talking about this stuff that is dumb. And I just feel like Dave Chappelle is not doing anything new and he's using our community, and I'm not here for it. So if he changes, I will be here for it. But as of now, I'm not watching it.
I'm definitely not watching this special, even though I did read some of the jokes on the article that I read about it, about this whole situation, and I did laugh, honestly. But I know that he is smarter than this, and I know that he's better than this. So I will say on another topic, and like that's related to this, Lil Nas X is so smart. He even went on after this he posted about Dave Chappelle, and he posted something else about how he is continually underrated and he has been called a one-hit wonder and a flop, but he continues to use all of this, and he proves his detractors incorrect wrong all of this time. And he has a new album coming out, and he's using this to tell everybody that he's the one. He is that person that has been making the hits that we all sing for this entire time. So I love it. I love Little Nas X. He's so
Me
smart.
too. Me too. Absolutely. Here for it. Okay, let's keep going on because we have so much to get into. And one of the things we want to talk about in 2024 on our brand new episode of the year, I'm so excited. Here we go again. Gay Twitter, it has a debate. Some things never change, Cody. And it's all about Snapchat. And in a recent story on many Redditors, gay Twitters were all up in arms about a steamy conversation with a stranger on Grindr. So I'm talking about what I'm talking about is people on Grindr have recently been approached by people and they've asked them to say, send me your Snapchat. And you correct me if I'm wrong on this story because we did a deep dive on this story. But
Mhm.
essentially, what the story is really about people on Grindr talking with somebody, and then all of a sudden somebody says, send me your Snapchat. Well, a lot of people on the conversation while this whole brouhaha started was, what do you mean Snapchat is for youngins? Why are you talking to me about Snapchat? It's for like the Gen Z and so forth and
Yeah.
younger. And a lot of people were like, no, they're doing that because actually on Snapchat, you can't actually capture another person's picture. And if you do, you'll get an alert, right? So if you and I were on a Snapchat right now and I tried to screen capture your image, your
Mhm.
naked dick picture,
Ah.
which you have,
Which I have
I
a lot of, by
I
the
wouldn't
way.
be allowed to do that. And so this talk of Snapchat is only for the younger generation. Actually, there may be something because some people were also in the chat like, why are we moving from Grindr to, which is an app, obviously, to another app? And when are we actually going to meet? This would actually be one of my arguments because I say this, said it in 2023 and beyond, why I don't do well on the apps and I meet people in person. But this really resonates with me, this argument. But I do like the idea that Snapchat lets you can't screen capture people
Mhm.
and it just verifies that it's a real person that you're talking to. What do you say, Cody?
I think that this is it's I was in aligned with the people who were saying that at a certain age you don't use Snapchat anymore, because I am definitely I'm that bitch right now. I am the person. Have been long done with Snapchat. I don't even know any of the features anymore, the dog ears or anything like that, the cat nose, whatever it is. I don't know how to use it anymore. But after reading this article, I said to myself, maybe I have to incorporate this in order to protect myself, to protect my dick pics, because they are valuable. They're like gold, these dick pics, okay? And to protect myself from catfishes, really, because this is something that is really that you can use to verify that someone is who they say they are by having them send a live video in the moment and to have them send it back to you and verify that they are who they in fact say they are. So I definitely see the value in it. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be using it anytime soon because I have to relearn how to use Snapchat because she is old, honey. I I might be too old to be learning how to use Snapchat again. But
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I definitely I see the value in it, but I was wondering myself personally, because I know on Scruff you can't take any screen captures because I may have tried it already, and I'm telling on myself, but I may have tried it. But I'm not really sure if on Grindr you can screen capture. So if anybody in the comments can tell me, then just let me know. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it's an interesting proposal to consider because anybody can really screen capture anything. I mean, I have a brand new OnlyFans, and there are all these licensing things that OnlyFans has built into the platform that you can and cannot do. And there's copyrighted issues in that. But who's to say that you couldn't just take your phone and screen capture from your phone to your
Yeah.
laptop and put that up there? And you could. And I just feel like at this point, you know, these platforms are taking all the necessary means to protect you, but you also as a person that's putting content out there have to realize that when you choose to put something out there, if you choose to put something out there, your body, your likeness, any of those things, your words, that you just need to own what you say and what you put out there and just know that it will be out there. And as the host and creator of a sex podcast, I am fully aware of that in my 50s. And I just know that if somebody did screen capture, take that, I would be, it's out of my control. But hopefully, I liked what I ultimately put out there in the beginning. And as long as they didn't alter it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna, we live in this age right now where this is the situation. And I choose to put this content out there and I am fully aware of it. In other
yes.
words, yeah. So
I totally am aligned with that. I totally agree with that because if I take the time to take this dick picture, and I take the time to send it out there, and I'm doing all of the things that I feel like I need to do in order to protect my identity, to protect everything I want to protect around this picture. The fact that I'm putting it out there, if somebody takes the time to use it in whatever way, shape, form, or any way possible, I do know that that is a possibility, and I've come to peace with that. So I am totally aligned with you when it comes to that, because if I'm put it out there, so how mad can I be if somebody takes it and runs with it? I don't know. I feel like I have uh, a duality when it comes to this, because I would feel violated, but I also understand that that is the risk that I'm running as well.
I love our comment section. Somebody wrote, Malibu writes, "Is this a parental social media lecture?" And I didn't hear any lecture coming out of anybody. Well, you heard opinions, but there was
Yes.
a lecture. And
Yes.
yeah, so no lecture, just opinions and what we're doing with our own content. Okay, well, we got to move on from this topic. And we got to, are we talking about gyms right now, Cody?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go with it. Everybody always wants to, many people always want to talk about gym culture and get for the new year, get back into the gym. And there was a story on QWERTY today that said, here's the key to feeling confident at the gym in the new year. I thought personally it was a Planet Fitness promo.
It
If you
was. It
ask
totally
me,
was.
it really was, right? Because apparently Planet Fitness has this whole thing on no judgments, and they also have this thing too, Cody, where they used to offer pizza
Oh
to
no.
those that went, and I was like, "Really,
Who's
pizza?"
eating gym
And
pizza?
thank you. And secondly, they have this thing, Cody, where you
And I
cannot.
eat Taco Bell, so that's not a sorry.
We won't talk about that, but they have this other thing where you can't wear tank tops, like because of the no judgment thing. And I am guilty of practically being shirtless at the gym. And so it is, I will never work out at Planet Fitness. But that being said, I do like their no judgment rules. And a lot of people are new to the gym. And I did like this article where they say 90% of people are concerned with how others perceive them at the gym. And I agree with that because today I was going back to the gym here in Puerto Vallarta that I've worked out several times, and I bought a week membership here. It's called Evolution, as I like to say.
Uh-huh.
And I love this gym, and it's finally not sweltering hot like the last several times I've been in Puerto Vallarta. It's finally cool, and I love it. And I saw a lot of the people that I've seen there before. It was really cool. I bought my week membership. I had a great workout. I'm going to go tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and it's going to be amazing. But I was so happy to know that I could go back to this gym, and I don't know, I'm just really, it's really great. I was a little nervous, Cody, to go back to the gym and see some of these people that I don't normally work out with. So,
Mhm.
and I'm a gym bunny. And so I get it. So where I'm a little bit down on Planet Fitness, I hear where they're coming from with this, everyone's equal and all that kind of thing. And I've been working out forever. So I don't know. How do you weigh in on this?
Oh, yes, I totally agree with you. I remember when I first started going to the gym and not knowing what to do and just feeling all the insecurities about how to work out and what to do with the gym, and even about my body, because I've been very skinny for a long time. And when you go to the gym and there's all of these muscular men, that's what I look like now. Yeah, show us those guns, daddy. Yeah. Love it.
It's Poppy.
Oh, Poppy. Sorry, Poppy.
It's sexy Poppy.
Sexy Puppy Stevie on OnlyFans. All right. So, yeah, but I remember feeling a lot of insecurities when it came to this. So, them actually putting this out made me realize that I need to be more kind to people when it comes to the gym, and I need to be more helpful when it comes to new people at the gym because everybody has to start off somewhere. At some point in time, I was a new person at the gym, and I would like for that type of kindness to be afforded to me. So I have to turn around and afford it to somebody else, right? And
Absolutely.
yeah,
And Jen, of course, friend to the show, says, I'm banned from Planet Fitness for flipping out on a person because they complained about me wearing a tank top. Thank you so much, Jen, for confirming
banned?
that. Yes, I'm telling you, Kodi, they do not allow tank tops
I
at
can't
Planet
go
Fitness.
there.
So while I like their messaging and while I think it's all very inclusive,
I
you
get
will
hot.
not see me at Planet Fitness. I called them because they took over a gym down the street from where my mom lives. And I
Mhm.
just wanted to see, and I already knew in the back of my head, the front of my head, that it was going to be a whole thing. And I just wanted to know what would be the day membership. And I got this whole brouhaha. Oh, you could work in for free here. But I already knew it was going to be, but you have to wear a t-shirt and all this. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm just going to go running and hiking. And I'm not even going to get involved in all that because that's not happening for me in 2024. I'm my evolution gym here in Puerto Vallarta is old school. They took my membership. It's easy breezy. It's like Mexican bodybuilders, and I'm old school with all this.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But yeah, keeping with the gym, we got to talk about gym attire. And if you are okay, so we just talked about if you're trying to get into the gym, but what if you are trying to get your gym crush to notice you? What do you
Hey.
do? I am so beyond this because not beyond it, but I used to do this. I back home, I work out in my gym in my building, and there's nobody there that I'm trying to get their attention. You know what I'm talking about, Cody, because you worked out in that gym.
Literally,
Um,
I started to think of all the people in that gym, and I correct
we are
myself.
not being shady at all, but
We
we're
are
just
not.
yeah.
I mean,
But
honestly, I would take a couple home, maybe, but I mean, never mind. Keep going. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
it was a recent Gay Bros Reddit thread that I was asking, like, what do you do to get someone's attention in the gay gym? Do you wear rainbow colored sneakers? Do you wear a rainbow colored tank top? What do you do? And do you wear like, and so some of the comments were hilarious, like, don't wear, like, wear the no sockless shoe, and no socks showing is one way to do it. No show socks, or those high rugby socks with the stripes are also another way to do it. Short shorts, of course, is another one. And apparently the trend in 2024 for the gay community is to have a big butt, or for men in general. So wear those. I have my ears pierced. I think that's a good indicator. Somebody else said wear one of
Ears
those tank
pierced.
tops.
Everybody has their
Yeah.
ears pierced.
Oh, I know. So tired, please. Wear one of those tank tops with the low cut sides that show your pits, but don't wear it at this one gym here in Puerto Vallarta where they like totally said you can't wear that. And I'm like, fuck you. I will wear it and I'll go to Evolution. Anyways, get a Sean Cody t shirt.
There it
And
is.
then the funny thing is, I've been on many a Vakaya vacation, and I tend to walk around, whether it's my gym at home or a gym when I'm traveling. I always have to have a little mini backpack
Okay.
because I have my little bag of tricks, Cody.
Like a little purse
So,
on your back?
oh, it's got everything in there.
Oh.
Back home, it's leather and it's got straps to like for back workouts. It's got
Mhm.
those. It's got my towel. It's got my earbuds. It's got my band to stretch ahead of time. It's got my water bottle. It's got my power drink. It's just like a bag of tricks, but it's like this
I love it.
little sack of wonder. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's like I love it, and it's like a Linus blanket. And when I'm traveling to here in Puerto Vallarta, I have to have a version of it. Do
Mhm.
you have? I've seen you in the gym. You
You
just get
have.
in there and you start like pumping it out, and and on
Yeah,
breaks, Cody's
pun
like this,
intended.
staring at his phone,
Well, in
and
between sets, that's what I do. I time it. I only do 2 minutes. I am like a beast in the gym. I am very focused. I came there to work out. I'm going to only be here for a certain amount of time. I need to get in as much as I can get in. So I may look at my phone, and I had somebody come up to me at the gym thinking that I wasn't doing anything because I was on my phone. And he was like, "How many more sets do you have?" And I was like, "Bitch, get out of my face. I'll be done when I'm done." I'm literally on a machine for 10 minutes tops. So if you can't wait 10 minutes, you need to go somewhere else. Okay, sorry. I got a little hot there. Damn, yeah. Okay.
Melibus, I love it. Steve Evolution, yes, that's so me. Bryce says jock straps and TikTok leggings. Oh, that will get the people looking, the guys looking. What else does Malibu say? If you could read that, because
He's asking if the word fag is derogatory. He likes the word. He finds it empowering because he's 6'4" and no one messes with him ever. He's 230 pounds. Plus, he has a decent personality and he's kind of confident. Do you think
okay,
fag
so
is a derogatory word?
I love this show because we are now in giving our opinion back, and we're a little rusty, I
I
think, but
know.
we're gonna get into it.
It's all
You know
good.
what?
We're
No,
having
I
fun.
think, well, okay. If I was to be honest, I have some friends that will almost they could say anything, and I know where they're coming from, but they're
Mhm.
close friends. So I
Yeah.
have some friends that will say, that faggot over there, this faggot, this, and I know them and how they use the term. So in my close circle, when they use that, I'm not offended. It's a word I would never use
Yeah.
personally. There's a lot of words I will never ever use. But that particular one, if it's given in my if I know that person and they're saying it, I'm gonna give yeah, they can say that. And I think it's a reclaiming of the word in many ways, and I think it's fine. And that particular word, that's where I'm gonna write on that. And so if you have your people that you say, I wouldn't use the word with people you don't know that well, though. That would be my advice because some people might not take it so lightly, and that's okay. Perfect answer. I agree. If you want to wait and go,
I don't think I have to say anything else because you totally read my mind on that.
if I could
And
drop
you're
this mic right now, I would drop it. But we have a more show. We have about 15 minutes to go, and I won't drop it.
There it is. In your
Okay, let's
close
move on.
circle, it's totally fine. But again, it's not something that I would use. And honestly, it when you said it, it kind of it there are some words that are out there that are trigger words for me. So that is one of them. So
It
when you said it,
is.
yeah, when you said it, I was kind of triggered. So I would
Oh, okay.
definitely, yeah, I would definitely use it sparingly and amongst people that you know that you can use it with that are comfortable. But if I had an issue with you saying it, I would say, Steve, babe, can you please not say that around me? It really affects me. So yeah,
Yeah, and again, I don't use it ever. I've had friends in the past that use it, and it did not bother me at all.
yeah,
And
everybody's different.
yeah, well, recently, gay Redditors shared their hookup stories that they would never tell their closest friends. Isn't that like an oxymoron? It was a recent gay ask
Well,
bros
they're putting it on
about
Reddit, right?
yeah, exactly. Things that they would tell their friends, would not tell their friends, but they would tell in a forum. And let me read you some of them and then we'll discuss. And somebody wrote, picked up a guy wearing a devil mask and not much else not not from Halloween. When we got to my place, he was going to take the mask off, but I told him to leave it on. For about the next year, every time I'd see someone with the same body type, I'd wonder if he was him. So he never knew it was him. That's kind of hot. Being tied
Hmm.
up to a St. Andrew's cross, that's those crosses that you guys see in places like the Eagle where they're really cool. They're almost think Jesus. And electrostimulation at a sex party on the cross. Kind of hot. Somebody else said, I slept with an entire group circle of friends, every last one, at separate moments and occasions with each one, and none are aware that I'm a double dipper. Basically, I met
What?
a guy and then slept with his friends and then his friends' friends and their gay neighbor. I wouldn't want it getting out because they'd use it against me because I'm otherwise a pretty boring guy. His words. We'll read one more, two more. Just moved in with my potentially homophobic cousin. Cousin.
Cousin husband.
Cousin. And on my way to his house from the airport, my Lyft driver blew me and then dropped me off. Well, that's hot. And then somebody else said, orgies. I'm not sharing that during Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, so you get the point that things that you wouldn't share, but that were hot. And I'll start first. Over a couple, well, this summer, I could probably tell it now that I met a guy that I know on the naked beach was with his boyfriend, and I did not ask any questions. We were, I could tell he was looking at me a lot, and I was like, yay, with my friend, naked, flopping around. And at the end of the day, I asked for his Instagram because I figure that's what the gays do, right? Or the kids. He gave it to
Either
me,
that or
and
Snapchat.
yeah, right. And so we carried on. He's been coming over for the last several months periodically, but I know he's married. I do not ask. It's a don't ask, don't tell. Maybe they have an open relationship. I don't want to know. But Kodi, the sex, he is so big and tall and hulking. The best sex I've had where he picked me up, wrapped my legs around him, and proceeded for me. He fucked me that way. You know that kind of fucking, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm just giving a pause so everyone can imagine what it would be
Yes.
like.
I already have a mental image and I love it, Tom.
And it was hot. But I mean, that's something that I, for the longest time, didn't tell anyone because I knew I was, heaven forbid it got out there. But yeah, what do you have that?
So it's funny that you say that because
There
I
you go.
wrote down three things, right? And one of them is that when I was in when I was in college, I think I was 20 years old, right? This married gay man, I would hook up with him. He took me out on dates. I didn't know that he was married. He never told me that he was married. He said that he had a roommate. I kind of put things together. I was a naive 20-year-old. He took me home with him. His husband was in the bed sleeping. We had sex on his couch while his husband was asleep in the other room.
Uh-oh.
It was
Wow.
and it was really hot, but
Good sex?
it was good sex. But I did not know. I tell myself that I did not know that he was married and that wasn't really his roommate, quote unquote. That was his partner that was asleep in the other room. I think I even met the husband. I think that
Wow.
I know, but they were telling me that they were, not. I guess maybe they were open and they just didn't want to be open about how open they were. It was strange, but I mean, I had a good time, so it is what it is.
I love it. Oh my God.
I also
Okay.
something else I wrote
Yeah.
down is that when I went to go visit a friend of mine in Florida, I tell myself that I don't want to hook up in somebody else's house if I'm staying there for free or what have you. So I was feeling very randy and I went on Grindr and I found this guy. He picked me up in a Scooby-Doo van. I swear to God.
Wait,
Where did those balloons come from? What? Okay, all right.
What?
He picked me up. I could have got sex trafficked. He picked me up in a Scooby-Doo van, and we went to a parking lot in front of Publix, and we had sex in the Scooby-Doo van.
We those balloons were kind of everything,
They were.
but we
lived.
had a moment like this recently too, where on a different platform, Zencaster, that we record Tags podcast on, and remember it was Lincoln, you and I, and we're like, where did these like random
I think it was
things?
me that time too. I don't understand where these balloons keep coming from with me. I don't know. It's very strange to me.
I want the playback.
Maybe it is me.
I need the playback tomorrow. You guys, I'm doing the edit on those balloons, because and if they better show up, because if not, it's the ghost of Tags that is the ghost of sex past or something. And we need to know. Eli, what is Eli saying here?
This Eli says when he was 17, his parents and
I was 17.
and himself went to Ocean City, New Jersey to visit his uncle. While at dinner, Eli met a busboy at the restaurant. Later that night, they met up and had sex on the beach. He was 18. Ooh, very spicy.
That reminds me of a couple I met over Vakaya. I better stop. Let me just stop.
Oh wait, I think I hear somebody calling me. Oh, the balloons are back. Oh, look at that.
I'm gonna stop. But let's do our final one of our final topics here. And it comes from a Reddit thread, and it says, if a guy does not make plans with you, this is really good, you guys, because a lot of us are hooking up in 2024. A lot of us are going to want to go on dates in 2024. A lot of us are going to want to have those hybrid moments where we're just kind of figuring it out. And I'm including myself in all this. Well, I love what this guy wrote. He said, if a guy does not make plans with you, he is not into you. I am 41, the person writes, and here are a few things for 2024 to consciously consider to weed out hopeless prospects. He writes, number one, if you compliment the guy and the guy says thanks or you are sweet, he is not interested. Do you agree or not agree, Kodi?
Oh, 100%. I am a compliment whore. And as much as I am a compliment whore, I am also a compliment
whore.
I was not expecting that.
Got it. I agree 100% with you. We all know we fall on this one. Let's just move on to number 2, because I think it's more interesting. If a guy promises to meet up but never makes plans, he is not interested.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Well,
because I have a guy in New York that the plans things, and I probably talked about him in 2023, and we've wished each other. I know you know who I'm talking about, Kodi.
Yeah.
But we have wished each other Happy New Year. And it was I know we're going to be seeing each other, but we have he has a crazy schedule and lifestyle. I have a very crazy schedule and lifestyle, but I think we are going to kind of commune a little bit more in 2024. At least that's my hope. And it's just planning for us is a little bit crazy, but we really like each other, and we really want to be with each other when we can. That's all I'm going to say.
The caveat for that, because I do know who this person is that he takes initiative to make plans with you. From my understanding.
He what?
He takes the initiative to make. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yes.
Okay, good. Whew. He takes the initiative to make plans with you. So that is the key. So maybe if he says that he wants to make plans with you, but it doesn't set forth the initiative to actually make those plans, that is where the crux is. That's where you can really tell if somebody really likes you, because life happens for everybody. But if they're not making the initiative to actually hang out with you, then they're not interested and you should just move on.
Agreed. Number 3, I really like this one, Cody. If he's not initiating conversation, he's not interested. How do you feel about that one?
I like that one. I think that also, if he's not initiating conversation, do you even really want to date him? Because
No.
if you can't have a conversation with somebody, are they really even anything lasting going to be able to formulate with that type of person? So I totally agree with that one. What do you think?
I do. I think that you have to show interest in I'm reading this brand new book. I wish I had it here, but it's How to Know Another Person.
Mhm.
And it's because the author comes from this. I watched this whole interview, and it was all about we don't really have the patience or take the time to know another person, and we've lost that in society. And the key to really knowing somebody is to really find those tactics to really listen and engage. And it's a fascinating book, and it's a lost art, sadly. And I think if you can't take time to want to know about me and my day, then we don't have anything. And
Yeah.
so part of if I did have a lesson or something that I'm trying to put out there is to try and disseminate some of this information from this book on really seeing other people that you come in contact. And it could be your doorman, the person at the grocery store. These are things that are easy breezy, but they will change your life, and including the person that you're trying to date and have sex with as
Yeah.
well.
Totally. Yeah, and there's so much to learn about a person. So if they're not initiating conversation and trying to get to know all of those things about you, then just keep moving.
I like number 7. If the person says he didn't text because he is too busy, he's not interested. Oh,
Mm.
100%. I held out for my text on New Year's Eve to see if this person in New York was going to text me, and they did
Ooh.
ahead of me. And I was like so pleasantly surprised. He thought of me before. I mean, I would have messaged him, but he beat me to the punch, and it was so beautiful. I was so happy. And yeah, how
Aw.
do you weigh in? I know. Yeah. How do you weigh in on this?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I think that somebody who is really wanting to know more about you, really interested in you, they're going to want to be in contact with you. So they're going to take the time, no matter how busy their schedule is, to actually reach out to you and get to know more about you,
I
and
love it.
or even just say hi. And I really care about you. I'm missing your face.
Love it. Oh my gosh. We want to thank our virtual audience for following us and chiming in today. You guys were fiery, as you should be in 2024. We love it. You can always follow us on social media. You can follow the show at tagspodcast.com, where show notes will be dropped. You know, we have a new show called Of a Certain Age, and brand new episodes will be dropped beginning next week on the 10th. We are back on target. Of a Certain Age, or we like to say OACA, OACA, wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes drop next Wednesday. Wherever you get your podcasts, check that out. You can also follow Cody, my co-host. He's a life coach. Follow him at KMD Coaching on Instagram, or his personal account at Mr. Maurice. Mr. Maurice. Follow me on the gram. I am underscore Steve V. But I have a brand new OnlyFans that I'm really proud of, that I'm having a lot of fun. Tomorrow, new content will be dropping. I'm going to be doing 2 posts minimum per week. And yes, it's exciting. You can go to onlyfans.com/sexy poppy Steve V. Sexy poppy Steve V. I even had it in like monogrammed on this bracelet here, which I was
Ooh.
Yeah, having a little bit too much fun here, but Sexy Puppies TV, where it's at. We want to thank all of our listening audience for the support. And we have so many guests coming your way, Kodi. And in the meantime, continue having hot, gay
sex.
Yes, y'all. Stay tuned.